I'm not going down on the scale, and that's really sad because I wanted to be in the teens so bad.
And so you can see just how bad he wants to get into the teens. He wants it so bad. He's willing to perhaps go on a fast to eat only 700 calories, but do you really need to? Coach Greg, in today's video, I'm going over Brently G, and this time he's having some serious problems. He ate 700 calories and still gained weight. And so as a refresher, Brently's losing over 150 pounds, but he doesn't always like what he's doing. Some days he gains weight, some days he loses weight, and the days he gains weight, he doesn't understand that that is part of losing weight. You don't need to, and you should not expect to lose weight every single day.
You know, what's happening is I'm really, and this is going to be gross, I'm really constipated.
And so he isn't going to the bathroom as often as he should be, and so he's feeling constipated. Many people, they feel this way. Now, just because you gain a pound, just because you're constipated, doesn't mean that you're gaining body fat. And Brently knows this. And so in talking to Brently, he actually ended up having something known as a bezoar. And it's just a hard lump of undigested products. Perhaps it's seeds, vegetables, fiber. We don't know exactly what it is. And so that was causing him to not be able to go to the bathroom as often as he should. But the important thing to remember is if you do experience difficulties, if you're having problems, it's always best to go and seek medical supervision. You may or may not have something wrong with you that could be alleviated by going to a doctor. And so during your weight loss journey, if you're experiencing major problems, if something just doesn't feel right, go and check a doctor. Get a second opinion. You never know, there might be something wrong with you. There are so many things that can go wrong with the human body. Millions, if not billions of things are happening. And so go and get yourself checked out if you suspect that there's something wrong. But do know this, if your weight isn't going down every single day, that is normal. And try not to resort to extreme diets in order to get your weight loss back on track. Brently G is eating 2,300 calories a day and is losing weight at a very steady and consistent basis. He's recently even break the 420 pound barrier. Remember, he was over 570 pounds before. And so to suddenly drop from 2,300 calories to 700 calories, that can in fact be dangerous. If you're not eating enough calories, you're not going to have energy, you're not going to be able to maintain the muscle that you have, you're not going to have energy to go for your walks, to lift weights. And so please be careful when cutting calories this low.
Halfway through the day, I was 420, and then by the end of the day, I was 419.9.
And so one thing you want to be careful of is weighing yourself multiple times during the day. Now, I know I'm guilty of it. Oftentimes I'm checking my weight, but please don't base your self-worth or your dieting success based on that number. If you're weighing yourself morning, afternoon, and night, and every time you step on the scale, if you're upset when it goes up, then you probably shouldn't be weighing yourself this often. The scale is a great tool, but if you're using it to determine your success level or your measure of worth, it is in fact a nightmare, and you need to be careful about this. What I like to see is people to weigh themselves first thing in the morning and take the median weight. That is the middle number. You cross off those heavy days and you cross off those light days. Those are outliers. Those are exceptions. And so don't think that just because you weighed very light one day in the week that that's your normal weight. Perhaps you aren't eating as many carbs and so you're glycogen depleted. And so cross that out. Cross out the high days. Maybe you ate too much. You're holding on to water. You're bloated. That's okay. And go with the middle number. And every week, compare that previous middle weight number to the next middle weight number. That is how you track progress.
You know, that's just kind of a thing that's, you know, hit me in a space where I'm like sad about it.
And sometimes rather than worrying about just your body weight as a measure of success, worry about other things. For example, Brently D did a dangle update. Remember when he was hanging on a 2x4 in his bedroom and he could only hang for approximately 1 second and he was proud of that? Well, he recently retried that and he can now hang on for 6 seconds. That is a huge difference, 6 times longer. And so because he weighs less and because he's gotten stronger, he's now able to hold on and dangle for a lot longer than previously could. And so whether it's your strength or perhaps you fit in a tighter pair of jeans or a smaller item of clothing, or you simply look better in the mirror, or you're able to walk further, walk faster, All of these things are also a great measure of success. Do not think that the only thing that matters is the number on the scale, because that is just one measure of success.
I am still sticking to counting calories. I'm still doing everything I'm supposed to, still, walking and exercising and doing everything.
And so Brently, he says it. He's still doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's sticking to the calories. He's sticking to the exercise. He's sticking to lifting weights. And so inevitably, he's going to lose the weight. He just has to keep going. And so whether or not he's up or down on any given day, does it really matter? Should he actually cut his calories down to 700 just because his weight perhaps went up for 1 or 2 days? Of course not. You stick to that same calorie diet, 2,300. Over the course of the week, eventually it's going to go down. It's not going to continue to rise. It always boils down to calories in, calories out. And unfortunately, on some days, you're going to be bloated. It's going to be difficult. But please don't worry about the number. It's going to be up and down. It's inevitable.
It's just, I'm not going down on the scale. And that's really sad because I wanted to be in the teens so bad.
And so you can see just how bad he wants to get into the teens. He wants it so bad. He's willing to perhaps go on a fast to eat only 700 calories. But do you really need to? It's better to take your time. Because imagine if you starve yourself and get down into the teens, you drop all that weight suddenly, you're very proud, you're excited. But then you go back to eating what you were eating, and of course you're going to gain weight. If you eat 700 calories for one day and you lose weight, and you go back up to 2,300, you're probably going to gain weight. And so it makes more sense to be consistent and have slow and steady gains for the long haul.
I do want you to know what's going on with my weight loss and why you're not maybe seeing, weight loss updates, or, you're not seeing like big movements.
And so I think it's also important to point out that we don't expect big drops in body weight. So many people remember those before and after transformations where people starved themselves. Perhaps it's the Biggest Loser, 600-pound loser, all those kind of shows. And people see people losing half their body weight in a matter of months. And so they're thinking, well, if they did it, I can. But you realize that the majority of people gain all the weight back? Do you know that 95% of diets fail? You have a 19 out of 20 chance of regaining the weight. And so don't do what those people are doing. Lose the weight slower than last time. Take your time and you'll have much more success.
2 days ago, I had 700 calories in an effort to really make sure that I could go down, and I still went up. So it was really disheartening. I was so hungry all day, and then...
You know what can quickly happen? You can fall off the wagon. You're dieting too hard. You're starving. You say, this isn't worth it. All these cravings come back. Your ghrelin is through the roof. You start eating. You can't stop. Sooner or later, you're up 10,000 calories, and you don't know what you're doing. You can't stop. Much better to be realistic and choose a diet that you can follow for the rest of your life.
I really do need to get this moving because I want to start seeing the progress again.
And so in Brently's case, it wasn't to eat more fiber. He's already eating plenty of fruits and vegetables. The solution was he went to the doctor and found out what he needed to do. They gave him medications and things are going to be fine. But if he hadn't got to the doctor and he didn't bother to check on his health, who knows what would happen?
The up and down of it all, it's so sad, so disheartening that, I don't know.
And so Brently states it's so disheartening, the up and down of it all. Imagine if he invested in the stock market. Imagine if you had to see the stocks go up every single day. It never happens. There's always high days, there are always low days. But overall, if it's trending upwards, you're going to make money. And so to the same extent, in weight loss, you're going to have some days where you go up, some days that you go down. It's normal. It's part of the solution. And so don't stress it. Don't worry if 1 week your weight went up. You'll get down the next week. But if you continue to see a pattern of weight going up, then clearly you need to eat less or you need to do more cardio. It is as simple as that.
I think I look good. I think I look better. How's my double chin doing?
And so he's looking better. He's feeling better. He's able to dangle longer. Everything is going great. And I'm sure before you know it, Brently G will be under 400 pounds. Wishing him the best, ending it here. And of course, the number one recommended supplement that I have if you want to lose weight, GO2 Max. And why is that? Because NMN, it's going to give you way more energy. And not just the NMN here. Every other ingredient works synergistically together to allow you to have the most energy possible. Studies show whether you're a couch potato or perhaps you're an elite level runner that you can benefit from NMN. More energy, better recovery. You're able to train harder than last time. Interested in this or any of the supplements, don't forget to enter code Greg, 10% off. And if you have no money, head over to my website anyway. Giving away a free diet and training program. It's close to 50 pages. You want to get this program. Everyone should be able to benefit from a healthy life and able to lose weight. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm, watch those 2 bloops. Of course, the clothing line, the cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, that Circle Diet book, all that stuff. The supplements, you can of course get all these supplements on my website. Don't forget, code Greg, 10% off. And until next time, I am out.